Hello? Hello? Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ibrahim Niaz, and I'm the CEO of the National Technology Development Program. First of all, I would like to welcome everyone in FII 8, especially our international distinguished guests, for coming to Saudi Arabia. Welcome to your second country. Welcome to Saudi Arabia. Welcome to Riyadh. Welcome to FII 8. I hope that you enjoyed the FII 8 in the last 3 days, and either you are a VC fund manager or a founder and you are aiming to fundraising. I hope that you close great deals in the last 3 days. It's my honor, actually, to be on the stage in front of this amazing audience. Today, we are not only celebrating an impressive growth in the economy of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, but also we would like to share with you the broader vision of Vision 2030 with continuous opportunities to build the tech startup ecosystem and drive more investments to the country, and sharing with you the opportunities to build bright future depends on innovation and technology. First of all, let's give a look at the macroeconomics of the country. Saudi Arabia is considered to be the fastest growing country among the G20 countries in the last couple of years. The tech and digital market size is about $48 billion, increased by 10%, attracting billions of dollars in the last couple of years. We are the second on the United Nations e-government development index. When it comes to the pool of the talent, we have more than 350,000 tech talents with a 35% participation from the female talent, passing the EU, the European Union, and the G20, plus the Silicon Valley average when it comes to women empowerment and women participation in the technology sector. Now we have seen the macroeconomics of the country. Let's give a close look at the VC market in the Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is account of 33% of all VC investments that's happening in the MENA region in the last 5 years. Despite the huge decline in the VC investments last year in 2023, all countries globally declined between minus 35% up to minus 45% in the last year. Saudi Arabia closed 2023 with a 35 increase from the previous year, reaching to $1.38 billion VC investments in Saudi startups. If you look at the last 5 years, we grow when it comes to the VC investments with a CAGR of 95% in the last 5 years, reaching to $3.3 billion VC investments in the ecosystem of Saudi Arabia, with 35 successful exits out of these numbers. These numbers shows how the country is growing when it comes to the startup ecosystem, how it's growing when it comes to the VC investment, and how it's growing by attracting global investors and local investors to invest in the tech startup ecosystem. Now, seeing this, how this is fall into the broader picture of the Vision 2030. Vision 2030 has ambitious goals to reach to a 65% increasing in the private sector contribution to the GDP, jumping from 40%, 35% increase in this SME, tech SME, especially contribution to GDP, jumping from 20%, and 5.7% increase in the FDI, foreign direct investment contribution to GDP, driven by innovation, technology, and R&D as well. Now, how to achieve this Vision 2030? How to make it into reality? One of the main enablers to make this into reality is the National Technology Development Program. NTDP is a $700 million fund to build, uplift, and foster the growth of the tech startup ecosystem. In our portfolio, we have 18 products. Most of our products are non-dilutive grants to build and uplift and foster the growth of the tech startup ecosystem. We play a role as a catalyst. So we serve two main clients or two main markets. The first one is how to enable the startups, how we help them to build their startups, how we help them to grow, sustain, and go to global markets, to become a unicorn, to have an successful exit. So our primary clients is the founders, the startups, the entrepreneurs, by providing so many supports, non-dilutive grants, debt financing, and recently we launched a fund of fund. Our secondary client or customer are the VCs and also the private equity, how we work with them to secure a healthy pipeline for their next and future investments. So to do this, we work with all the enablers in the ecosystem, either government entities, private sector, financial institute, commercial bank, acceleration, program, incubation, and also R&D centers. We have three main objectives. The first one is, as I said, to develop the tech sector in Saudi Arabia, focusing on building the next generation of the tech startups that depends on science, that depends on innovation and R&D to contribute to the GDP and the job creation. The second one is to drive sustainable growth and sustainable and successful growth for our portfolio company. And the last one is to position Saudi Arabia as one of the global tech hub and launch pad by 2030. As I said, we have 18 products in our portfolio, and we support the founders and the startups across all the stages through their journey. We start the support at the stage of the pre-MVP, and we keep continuing supporting these startups until they reach to a unicorn or exit through the IPO. As I said, we have 18 products. 60% of our products are non-dilutive grants, and the rest are debt financing. So we do a venture debt, we do a direct loans, we do a long-term loans, low interest loans, we do guarantees as well. And recently we launched the first deep tech fund of fund with a $280 million to invest in local and global deep tech fund. So through our products, the impact that we created into the market as of today, as an ecosystem support, we supported more than 1,400 startups in the country, and not only local startups, local and global startups, because one of our main goals is to attract global startups to the country. And in the last 2 years, we brought more than 100 global startups to the country, and we helped them actually to grow to the MENA region. We created more than 500 new startups in the last 3 years, and actually we reached to a 23% out of these startups, they closed a seed round, passing the success rate of the Silicon Valley in the last 3 years. And we brought 7 leading accelerators to the country, and we established actually 7 acceleration funds. The output of this, you remember I said that last year, 2023, we closed the year with $1.38 billion VC investments. Our portfolio company accounts on 55% of all these investments. Our portfolio companies, they did a fundraising with a total of 4.3 billion riyal in the last 2 years, with 133 closed funding rounds. The debt financing, I remember the debt financing in 2021, 2022, were about 400 million riyal. Today we reached to a 3.8 billion riyal debt financing from commercial bank, financial institutes, through our products. And guess what? The NPL, the non-performing loan, is less than 0.5%. The impact that we created, we reached to almost 8 billion riyal as a GDP contribution through our program, and we created around 13,000 direct jobs in the last 3 years in our program. So this is a quick overview about NTDP and what have been achieved so far. And actually, I'm so thankful for the FII and Institute. Actually, when they told me to come and speak on the stage, I told them, look, I don't want to speak for 1 hour. Actually, I would like to bring some of our portfolio company and some of our beneficiaries and have a discussion with them on the stage to showcase the support that we are providing through our portfolio and to show how the Saudi market is growing. It's my pleasure to call on the stage my distinguished panelists. I would like to call Ivan, the country manager of Spark Labs Group. I would like to call Manar, the co-founder and the CEO of Stake. And also, I would like to call Julie, the CEO and the co-founder of Merit. And also, I would like to call Faisal Abdulsalam, the CEO and the founder of Purity. And last but not least, Dr. Hanin Alsubaie, the co-founder and the CEO of Darent. Thank you so much for joining me on this panel. It's a pleasure to host you here. First of all, I would like to start with Ivan. Congratulations on launching the AI acceleration program in Saudi Arabia, attracting amazing 15 global AI startups to the country, and building the $50 million AI fund to be invested here in Saudi Arabia and attracting global AI startups to the country. So let me start with this question, Ivan. Can you tell us in 2 minutes what is Spark Labs Group and what do you do in Saudi market?
Of course. Thank you. First of all, I want to thank everybody for attending. I can imagine that after 3 days, most of you are really tired, especially because of daily and nightly activities. Spark Labs is a network of accelerators and VC funds that we have currently operating in Korea, Taiwan, Australia, US, and in the last 2 years in Saudi Arabia. What we do is we build ecosystems. We take smart people, accelerate them through our accelerator program, invest with our funds inside, equip them with the best mentors that we can possibly find. From some of them are famous names like Mark Cuban, some of them are more specific to the industry. And then we take this company all the way from the seed to the listing through the IPO. We have been doing that for last decade. We have invested in more than 600 companies. Some of them are famous names as OpenAI, Anthropic, Neuron, Vectara, and so on. But what we really like to do is we like to help young people to achieve their goals.
Great, thank you so much, Ivan. Let me go to Manar. First of all, I would like to congratulate you for closing your Series A
Thank you.
round. Congratulations, the big milestone, and welcome to the country.
Thank you.
Can you give us in 2 minutes what's at stake? What do you do?
Sure. So Stake is a digital real estate investment platform that allows anyone, anywhere in the world, to buy properties or fractions of properties from as little as 500 riyals in under 3 minutes. Our mission is to empower everyone to own and build wealth through real estate. We started in Dubai, where we've sold over 300 properties worth over $500 million dirhams to 800,000 users from 170 different countries. We've set out to launch in Saudi Arabia with a full-fledged office in Riyadh. And I expect it to be our second, if not our primary core market. Soon to launch, hopefully in the next few weeks. You'll see us available here, listing properties in Saudi Arabia.
Great, thank you so much, Manar. And now moving to Julie. First of all, congratulations for closing pre-Series B round, having a listed capital in your cap table. And good luck right now with the Series B.
Thank you.
If you can give us 2 minutes about Merit, what do you do?
Sure. So Merit is a global engagement technology company. We actually have the regional headquarters in Saudi now. We help enterprise company to engage internally with their employees and externally with their customers, and provide a global merchant network in 160 countries for closed-loop payments and rewards and incentives globally. So we have been actually one of the first companies to be part of some of the NTDP initiative, and I can't actually say more how happy we are to have relocated, and it really boosts our expansion and our growth in terms of investment and revenue as well.
Great. Thank you so much, Julie. Now let's move to Faisal. Faisal, he has a big milestone and achievement that will be announced next week. Congratulations for going to the public market. They will ring the bell next week, inshallah. This is a big achievement. Congratulations on this.
Thank you.
Faisal, in 2 minutes, what is purity?
So, if you allow me, Mr. Ibrahim, to introduce myself. First of all, thank you all for your coming today. My name is Faisal Al-Abdulsalam. You have over 15 years of experience, both government and private sector as well. I'm chairman of Purity. Purity specializes in infrastructure and professional service. So Purity, alhamdulillah, last year we did revenue more than 200 million riyal. Also, I'm wearing another hat. I'm CEO of Core Vision Investment. I can say it's holding company in Purity, so I'm CEO of Core Vision. Core Vision, we're doing a lot of activity. We're doing activity investing in early stage startup. We lead the round, and we create a company like what we did with Purity. And we're doing a lot of initiative to support the ecosystem from A to Z.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Faisal.
Thank you.
And last but not least, one of our brilliant female founders and entrepreneurs in Saudi Arabia, Dr. Hanin Alsubaie. First of all, congratulations for closing your seed round. Having Morgan Stanley in your cap table, this is amazing. Congratulations for doing this. I think this is the first Morgan Stanley investments in the country.
True.
Right?
Yes.
So congratulations on this. In 2 minutes, if you tell us what is Darent.
Okay, Darent is a PropTech in daily rentals and accommodations. We launched in the hospitality sector, one of the first company that have been started in that market. Our goal is to empower people who are working in that sector to grow faster and take the opportunity, not only in Saudi Arabia, even in GCC and MENA region.
Amazing. Great. So my second question actually is for Ivan, Manar, and Julie. What did make you move to Saudi Arabia, and how do you see the Saudi market? What are the opportunities? Why did you make this decision? And why now? What are the opportunities that make you come to Saudi market? So this is for Ivan, Manar, and Julie.
So if we look, let's take a startup concept and let's implement it a little bit more on a macro stage. Yeah? What this country, so I came first time to Saudi was about 11 years ago, and it was a completely different country. A completely different country. I couldn't play music in the car that time. I couldn't walk to a shopping mall on certain days, certain hours. I had to go and have dinners with all the same guys every day. And I said like this, I'm not gonna be here, yeah? And then I came 5 years ago, and I was shocked. I was shocked not by government money, but I was shocked by the young people, 350,000 people that you mentioned before, because these are the people why you come into a country. The ideas that these 350,000 people have are the ones that need to be pursued. Money will follow, money always follow, but these young people, these ideas, this is where we can make a difference. So this is why we decided to come, bring the whole accelerator project, bring our 350 mentors, organize the sessions, and help with that accelerate. So Saudi, as I look at it as a country, I think it's a startup country. The leadership of the Saudi Arabia has a startup view. You guys don't, us guys, I live here in Riyadh, like we don't think about it, we just jump in it. And that's why I always say, and that's why I always love when I see somebody like some of us here in the stage, you just have to move. You don't go into Saudi halfway. You don't have an office in Dubai and I'm gonna jump once per a week in Saudi. That's not how the way to do this business here. You just jump inside, and then you have partners like NTDP, like Sadaya, like House, like all of this. Because it takes a village to raise a child. And Saudi is this puberty little rascal, yeah, that just wants to grow. So that's the reason, the energy and smart people.
And actually, I'm happy. Do you know why? You pronounced our program for the first time right, NTDP. For 2 years, you were pronouncing NTBD. And I was like so, frustrated. So thank you so much. Took you a while, but you pronounced it.
I was practicing before.
Perfect. Manar, same question to you. What makes a stake to come to Saudi Arabia? What are the opportunities? What did you see?
Sure. So as a platform for digital real estate investing, we look at markets, and we always had our sights on Saudi Arabia because we want to be the leading platform in the Middle East. Saudi is the largest economy in the Middle East, and what we saw is a unique opportunity to be part of the change. What our vision is about is a world where real estate is fully open, accessible, borderless, and liquid. And so our attempt to make real estate borderless is starting in the Saudi market. We only began in the UAE because it was our, kind of home market where we were, kind of originally based. But I was always coming to Saudi Arabia during my entire professional career. For a matter of fact, actually, I was born in Riyadh. But the sheer size of the market opportunity relative to the space of competition that you have here is extremely, extremely attractive, and the confluence of factors that make it conducive to growth is one of the primary reasons why you would consider to come. You wouldn't dismiss a market opportunity like this if you're, setting out to build a business that is going to be world-class and really capturing the market opportunity that is in front of it. So for us, Saudi Arabia had the unique set of dynamics for us to come in and really create a very, very large business, really tapping into a very strong demand because of the opening up, which is what you just described, and the energy that's really contagious around here, around how much people want to see change and people want to be empowered with ownership. And so that's what we're really excited and passionate to play a role in Saudi Arabia.
Amazing, great. Julie, same question to you. What makes you move to Saudi
after
Arabia?
them it's difficult, but of course. So I think we are not new to do business in Saudi. So since 2016, from Dubai, it's been like 14 years I was in Dubai. We were actually serving the Saudi market. But I totally agree with you. For the Saudi market, you need to be full in. Like if you really want to grow and move, you need to completely jump, and the market is so big by itself that you can serve the entire region, and actually we serve also the rest of the world from Riyadh. And I think what makes us move is, first of all, the NTDP opportunity with the relocate program, because we have been actually in discussion to say, okay, would it make sense for us to move the regional headquarters even earlier than the actual obligation when you work with the public sector, for example? We were very early to work on cloud system, data hosting in Saudi, so we have been part of this thinking as well. What I really like about the Saudi market is we can have constant discussion to innovate, to give feedback, and actually everyone, including regulators, are open to suggestion. And actually, I think this is what makes us move, deciding, okay, now we are ready. And this will be the next growth of the company as well, if we are able to be in the market. And three components. One is energy, like you say. Second are the local talents, actually our Saudi team, with a very strong academic culture that is extremely important for us. And finally, as well, with the Saudi 2030, we know exactly where we need to focus our efforts. So as an entrepreneur, it makes it extremely comfortable for us to say, okay, we need to just focus on these pillars and then develop solutions that make sense for the countries. We are in the technology of changing behaviors. So it's just the right market for us. And finally, and I finish, as a founder, I really love the Saudi hospitality, the fact that my family has relocated with me. My kids are in the country, my mom as well. And the fact that it's so family-oriented really helped me as a founder to be able to focus on my work, innovate, because I know they are living their best life. So,
Great. Thank you so much. My question to you, Faisal. The software hardware market is really competitive in Saudi Arabia. It's one of the oldest market actually. It started like 25, actually 30 years ago. And there are like a big players. Building a company in this industry, it takes a lot of courage actually. And going to IPO, man, this is successful. We are so proud of you. What make you decide to build a company in software hardware knowing it's a very competitive market? And where do you see this market is going in the next few years?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Ibrahim. So I'm IT guys. I graduated from King Saudi University in Information System. As I mentioned, I have 15 years experience. So I decided to build a business in this field to address the growing demand of the technology solution and support the local content, to support the local talent. So currently, as we mentioned in our prospect, you can find that in CMA website. Our vision, inshallah, to support or to focus to AI product, to build AI product, and also to manufacturing. Today, NTDP, they have initiative, we call it Next Era. Today we have that plan to doing some manufacturing because we sell the hardware and we are direct partner with a lot of vendors like Dell, like Lenovo, etc. So they give us support for grants up to 3 million riyal, $800K. So we focus on that. We hope, inshallah, in next time, inshallah, we closing more than numbers, inshallah, and going to sky.
Amazing. Hopefully so. Dr. Hanin, first of all, I would like to say how we are impressed by your movement into the market. But the PropTech, especially like building a platform for people to rent actually apartments or like farms, etc. It's really competitive. When you start like 3 years ago, it was unregulated market. How did you decide? And also, you are not only working with the clients, you are working with the householders, you are working with the house owners. I think there's a lot of struggles, right, in this market. What makes you decide to build a platform like Darent into the Saudi market? What are the opportunities now and for the future?
Okay, great question. I agree with Julie. The regulators, we are in the, by the way, we are in the PropTech and hospitality sector. So tourism was a great opportunity. It's just starting in Saudi Arabia. There's a great numbers. We just achieved, by the way, the 100 million visitors that we are planning to achieve by 2030.
Wow.
We have raised the target to 150 million visitors annually. Today, actually, I heard a very interesting information now from the CEO of Hilton. He was talking about to make tourism sustainable, you have to concentrate on the local tourism. And that worldwide, not just in Saudi Arabia, to have a sustainable ecosystem in the tourism sector, building 80% of the income from inbound tourism is the target for any country. And actually, we have did that. And 80% literally from our tourism income in Saudi Arabia this year is coming from local people, from GCC actually, even tourists. So there is this year actually, 2023, the tourism revenue in Saudi Arabia was more than $40 billion. So
Wow.
this is only a milestone, and still you have 2030 vision to come. So you can imagine triple that revenue or income from Saudi Arabia. It's a huge market, it's a huge opportunity. Being a leader in the local accommodation sector, it's our goal. We understand there is a global competition, but we truly believe that having control in the supply chain, and the supply, in our case, is the hosts, and providing them all the tools that they need to grow in that market and empower them will help us at the end control the 80% that we're talking about in tourism and local accommodation.
Amazing. So let me ask you this question. What's next for Darent? Where are you going in the next 5, 10 years, let's say?
Um,
10 years is a long term, in the next
yes.
5 years.
Of course, like Mr. Faisal, the goal is to be IPOs, of course, but planning to take as big as market share from our local market, then growing to GCC, it's our plan, inshallah, for the future.
Great. Faisal, the same question. After the IPO, what's next for Purity?
Maybe next week we will be listed, so I cannot give you some details, but for sure, our focus today, as we mentioned, our prospect to focus for the latest technology. You know, the technology every day changes. That's why we follow the technology where they're going. So this is our focus. We hope, inshallah, to be inshallah to be a unicorn soon, inshallah. Next year, inshallah.
All of you, inshallah.
Yeah.
And for you, you will create the next unicorns, for sure.
Exactly.
Perfect. Julie, what's next for Merit? You've been doing a great job in the last 2 years. So
Thank you.
What's next?
I think what we want to do is to accelerate the growth again. So we have done 12x in the last 3 years, but the plan is actually to further accelerate because we are pivoting to become an infrastructure enabler. So the idea is really to move deep into the technology we have built, continue to innovate. And we already reach over 150 million users in the reach of the programs that we are managing. So potentially what we want to achieve is to reach 1 billion in the coming 5 years. I think that would be, because we are sector agnostic, country agnostic, currency agnostic, so we have really a huge potential to grow. And with a lot of different business cases, not only customer loyalty or employee engagement that we were doing at the beginning.
Amazing. And for you, Manar, like the PropTech, FinTech market, it's growing. It's on early stages right now, and I think the opportunity is really high. So what's next for Stake?
For us,
Man, if I don't have any conflict of interest, I would invest in your company.
look, and we can talk about that separately. But
So I hope this is not recorded, actually.
our goal as a company now really is on execution, really distributing this market opportunity that is so unique in the Saudi market. When you look at the real estate market here, it has a very attractive risk-reward kind of profile that we want to distribute to as many people as possible, both local, domestic population, as well as foreign international investors. And we will be the only players doing that for the foreseeable future. Just doing that really well and making that return a reality for people is going to be our primary goal in terms of what we're focused on. Secondly, acting as that channel for foreign investors to come into and get exposure to the Saudi market. As I was talking about it with PIF just a little bit earlier, it's a way to dip their toes into the market, have a skin in the game so that they come and they visit. And so this way we contribute to the Vision 2030 goals from so many aspects, from financial inclusion, FDI, tourism, real estate, and financial sector development, you name it. So we're extremely excited to be a part of this transformation that is going on inside the kingdom, and that's where our core focus is going to be for the next 5 years.
Amazing, great. And for Spark Labs, what are the plan for the next 5 years?
No,
What's next?
Our plan is to be in Saudi market at least next 4 years. So that's the goal.
Okay.
We believe that this is the market that is going to bring the next unicorns. We believe that this ecosystem, just because the statistic, the number shows that, is going to be the leading part. I think the whole macro view, the whole geopolitical view is actually pushing Saudi up. So I think from Saudi you will be able to reach to east to west. This is going to be a bridge to the whole world. And this is what we strongly believe. Yeah.
Amazing. As I mentioned before, we have 18 products in our portfolio. And as I said, most of our portfolio products are non-dilutive grants. And of course, Ivan, you were part of the Empowering Accelerator program, and Julie and Manar, you were part of the relocation program. Faisal, I think you've been a beneficiary of a couple of programs, actually, including the debt financing. And Dr. Hanin, also you've been part of our portfolio products, taking advantage of some of our products. The question is, I don't want to say, ask you how was your engagement, but what do you expect from NTDP for next year, the year after? How we can help growing this ecosystem? So what do you expect from us?
Don't change. Yes, stay as you are.
No,
Stay as you are.
seriously.
So seriously, NTDP, again, it's all about the people. What you have managed to do with NTDP is attract smart people. We have here one of your colleagues, Vice President Abdullah. This is what means the difference, because again, it's not about the money. Money always follows good ideas, but it's about opening the market, connecting people. So what you do for us and for our portfolio company, of course, the support is amazing. But when they hit a wall, when they need a meeting here, when they need a meeting there, when they get in a problem, this is where your heart, your knowledge, your motivation comes in. So NTDP for me are the people that you have put together. Yeah. So in that case, funny thing is, I will mention one thing. So one time we were traveling in Korea. So there is equivalent of NTDP in Korea. And we were having a meeting with the CEO of that institution, and he asked, Ibrahim presented, 17 programs, 2 years in existence. And the gentleman asked him, like, how big is your team? It's like 150 people. You are doing this for 20 years. And Ibrahim said, no, this is what we did with 17 people in 2 years. So just continue what you are doing and don't change.
So I'm cautious about time. So I really would like to go to the next question. But I will continue this discussion with you, because what we do, actually, we get the feedback from the market and we keep re-improving our products. I really would like to hear your feedback in what you expect from NTDP. But the last question, actually, a last word to the global investors, local investors, global startups, founders, local founders. Last word, what would you like to say?
Don't leave the meeting without the WhatsApp of the person. He won't reply on email. Hire local, hire women. FII, Riyadh in Saudi is not only during FII. Come on the quiet time, because that's when you get really people intention. Summers, Christmas time, best time ever. And just spend time here.
Perfect. Manar, last word to investors, to founders.
He covered a lot of ground, but I would just say, don't dismiss the market opportunity. The transformation is just once in a generation that we're gonna see out here in the kingdom. You want to be on the ground, and that's the only way you're gonna be able to capitalize on it, essentially. And what you're gonna enjoy as well in the process is a fantastic energy of people that are so ambitious that is incredible. That's gonna feed into your business, into your day-to-day. That there's a lot of gratitude that you can get out of that experience.
Julie, last word?
I would say, as an advice, is especially from Europe, for example, or Western markets, forget the preconceived ideas that you have about Saudi, and try to catch up faster with the change, because if you are too slow into adopting, you will miss opportunities massively. Also, just observing the market and waiting to see if someone is doing great, you will be too late. So either you jump now and you go into the speed of what we are doing at the moment, but it's the right moment and the right environment to innovate and also to invest.
Great. Faisal, last word.
Actually, I have a lot, but I will highlight about the initiative that I take it from NTDP. I take 8.5 million riyal with less than 3%. I remember once we sent our file to them, we get the money within a month and a half. Meanwhile, the bank, unfortunately, they didn't support SMEs. Last word, as you mentioned, Mr. Ibrahim, about the initiative, NTDP, they have 18 initiatives. As a tech entrepreneur, I founded Purity, and I invest more than 75 companies, different countries. I think it's a great time to invest and move in Saudi Arabia. As Ibrahim mentioned about in the presentation, the NTDP with you from idea stage until the IPO.
Actually, what's special about Faisal? Faisal, he is an expert in our products. Actually, sometimes he talks to me about some of our products, and I ask him, "Do we provide this in our portfolio?" He says yes. So he's an expert in NTDP's portfolio. Dr. Hanin, last word.
Okay. I think I will talk more for local entrepreneurs. As I think Ivan said, take the number of the person who's WhatsApp number, the person who's responsible about the product that you are talking to, because this will help you a lot in pushing, getting the initiative faster. That's one. Secondly, as also Faisal, mashallah, said, there is initiatives from the idea stage until the IPO stage. It's an opportunity. The sector, it's even in all sectors, actually, there are many programs are oriented. That programs will be more, depending on your stage, will be the support on it. So yeah, I think take the opportunity. To be honest, we have been using the Connect initiatives. It helped us connect with Ta'awuniya, who was actually started as a business. From that, it led to an investment. So choose even the people that you from the Connect. I want to talk about the Connect a little bit. Choosing the right partner will help you a lot in taking the most of that program.
Great.
So yes.
Ivan, Manar, Julie, Faisal, Dr. Hanin, thank you so much for being with me on the panel. It was an honor to host you. Amazing. And again, thank you so much for our amazing, amazing audience. Thank you so much for listening to us.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you. Thank you.